Hi, this is Paul from Paul's Prairie, where everybody's welcome. You can come here, you can listen, you can learn. We want you to comment, we want you to like, we want you to subscribe so you can get the latest videos when we upload one. And then together we can make America great again.
So, Paul, we are happy to be on the Prairie here today, and we have some questions for you that we hope that you'll be able to answer for us as to what is going on in our current world today. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm doing very well, and I'm ready to answer your questions, and hopefully we'll have a good time doing it.
All right, that's great. So we're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this close here. We're gonna go right into the questions. So, Paul, first of all, with the election is obviously the dominating news cycle. We have about 85 days to the election, and so what is your thoughts on the state of the election in general? We have Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and the third-party candidates. How do you feel overall about the election?
Well, I think it's going to be real close. Although I want everybody to go out and vote, it's very important. And I think that the best person will win. You have to go out there and you have to vote. That's the most important thing. So don't let anybody discourage you. Don't get discouraged. Go out there and vote, people. We want as many people out there as possible. Hopefully, we'll get this done. I don't know too much about the third-party candidates, but we'll see what happens.
All right. So, Paul, the next question that we have for you today is very important. You had mentioned that Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, so we're going to start off with Hillary Clinton. Obviously, you are wearing a Make America Great Again hat, so we're going to talk about Donald Trump a little bit later in this episode. But to start, what do you think about Hillary Clinton? Do you think that she not only has a chance to be president, but do you think that if she does get voted in, if she will be a good president?
I don't think that she would be a good president because of some of her stances on the different things and what happened at Benghazi and what's happening with her health. Her health seems not to be good. And I certainly would not want a president to have health problems in the middle of some kind of an important negotiation. And she's apparently having like seizures of some type. They're not sure what that's about, but they're checking into it. And I don't think she's physically capable of continuing or becoming president.
Okay, so moving on with Hillary Clinton, there's been a buzzword that it's been floating around this election, and a buzz phrase, I should say, and that is, do you think that Hillary Clinton is fit to lead?
No, because of what I said before, her physical problems. She was a very good lawyer, from what I understand, in Arkansas, so she's probably smart enough, but her physical problems make a huge problem for the country. And then, of course, there's Benghazi. There's still a lot of controversy about that, and I just don't think she would be a very good president. That's just my opinion.
Okay, so the other question about Hillary Clinton is many of the polls have shown as of late, especially that it's kind of a flip-flop. 1 week Donald Trump is way up, and 1 week he's way down. And so, but it seems like right now, at least at the recording of this video, that Hillary Clinton is actually edging out Donald Trump. So do you think that Hillary Clinton will win in November?
No, I think after Labor Day, people will become more aware of what's going on as far as the election is concerned and turn their thoughts and minds and activities towards the new election coming up. So I think we'll see it get tighter, the race will get tighter, and people will pay more attention, and hopefully we'll have a new president in November.
So, Paul, do you think, with that said, that there is a possibility that Hillary Clinton will win in November?
No, I don't think she'll win in November. I'm not going to vote for her. I think that after people start thinking about the election, they will see what's going on and make their decision. And with the turnout, I don't think she'll win. So the answer is no.
All right, now moving on from that, as we had said in the beginning of the video, with the third-party candidates. So you said you don't know too much about them, but do you know Gary Johnson?
Yeah, I heard of him, but I don't know too much about him.
You know Jill Stein.
I heard about her, but I don't know too much about her.
Okay. Well, we're going to go off kind of what you know because people are anxious about your opinion and they want to hear what you have to say. So there's been a lot of talk this year that those third-party candidates could potentially steal a record-setting amount of votes. So do you think that they will indeed do that? That between these two third-party candidates, they could steal 10 or 15% of the overall national vote?
Yes, I do.
Do you think it's because that people dislike Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, or do you think that it's more than that and people are trying to get away from the Republican and Democrat parties in general?
I think it'll be because they're not happy with possibly Hillary. I think that some people don't like Donald Trump, even though he is a successful businessman, as everybody knows. And I think that it's a time of the anti-politician. Donald is not a politician. Gary Stein, or should I say Jill Stein, is not a politician. Gary Johnson is not a politician that we're used to.
So with that said, do you think though that either one of these people should be on stage? Many people have been talking about the debates. The debates are upcoming for the presidential debates, that is. And so do you think that Jill Stein and or Gary Johnson deserve a spot on the debate stage with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump?
No. I think it still should be Hillary and Donald. Because it's too late in the game for them to be asking for a podium on the stage. They should have asked for this podium on the stage a long time ago, not now. It's only 80 some days before the election.
So you think it's just too late in the game for them to possibly...
Too late in the game for them to rate a podium on the stage.
Now, we had seen a big revolt in the Democratic Party with the oust of Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders officially leaving the Democrat Party. So we have seen kind of an exodus of Bernie Sanders. With that said, a lot of his supporters have done the same thing, and there was a very large number of supporters, and as the election grows near, we see even some of Hillary's supporters that are kind of easing away from her. So with that said, do you think that not only the third-party candidates could capture a record-setting number of votes, but do you think that there is any chance that either one of those could actually win the presidency?
No, I don't think they could actually win, but they will draw votes from both sides. Hopefully it won't be more than 15%, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, Paul, now the last question is, what are your thoughts on Donald J. Trump?
My thoughts on Donald J. Trump is this. Donald Trump is not the non-politician at this point. He's not a politician, but he is a businessman, and quite a successful businessman at that. And he's saying things that need to be said, okay? And people are listening. More people are involved in watching and following Donald Trump than I think even people realize, okay? Because he's saying a lot of things that need to be said concerning all the different things that are going on in the world, a lot of current events, and what he'll do when he becomes president. It sounds like a great idea, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, he will make America great again.
Now, following up with the Donald Trump topic, one of the topics that we had actually talked about with Hillary Clinton was the buzz phrase of fit to lead. So do you feel that Donald Trump is fit to lead, and if so, or if not, why or why not?
He's fit to lead because for a man of his age, he is in very good physical shape, as far as we know. He's a successful businessman. He knows how to lead and create companies and run businesses that are successful. Knows how to lead people, because he wouldn't be in a position he's in if he wasn't able to lead people. Okay, so I say, give him, the non-politician Donald J. Trump, a chance.
Now, the final question in the Donald Trump category today is going to be: Donald Trump has laid out several policies, and for those people watching, if you aren't sure of his policies or stances, you can check on his website. But I know that Paul is very familiar with a lot of his stances and his policies that he is pushing in this presidential election. So With that said, Paul, what is your favorite Donald Trump policy? And on top of that, why is it your favorite policy? Because we know that Donald has a lot of policies that he's put forth in this short time.
My favorite policy that he has is immigration. That has to be checked into. We have to enforce immigration laws, and we have to make sure that we vet everybody that's coming in. Okay? All this illegal immigration is not good for the country. It needs to be curtailed. Okay? And all the rules and regulations have to be enforced. You're going to find he really doesn't have to change much. He just has to enforce the existing laws, and he'll be able to do it. I think the immigration is one of his most important policies.
All right, Paul, well, that wraps it up for this video, and we appreciate you watching, and we remind you to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video so that all your friends can see my good friend Paul here and get to know him and get to know how to make America great again. And we thank you, Paul, for your time, and we will see you next episode. Paul, we do have a question that we would like your insight on, and that is, do you believe that aliens exist?
Well, the answer is yes, they can, because with all these billions and billions of stars around each one of those little stars, it could be that our suns could be a planet such as ours. Now, if you watch any science fiction television, you remember a show called Star Trek. The problem with Star Trek was that Captain Kirk landed on planets that had atmosphere, gravity, and he combated all kinds of different creatures and people and villains and all kinds of things on these foreign planets. But he also had cool stuff like a communicator, which are now our cell phones, and which could be good because we have science fiction tends to become science fact, even though it may take years. So I think we should still keep exploring. There's a big wide space out there, and who knows, we could find an alien or two. God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless the United States of America.